Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this?
Oh man, I swear you Nintendo fanboys are as delusional as you are ungrateful. Let's get this out of the way real quick right first. The Switch is presently a success, and a lot of people were wrong about that, myself included. Personal preferences and opinions on the Switch regardless, do you see anybody denying that fact? No. But you want to hear one thing Nintendo fanboys are still in denial about? The absolute failure that was the Wii U. These clowns took 4 years, 4 long years, with droughts that included droughts of 9 months of straight L's, but they get one W, and they act like they're on top of the goddamn world. So Review Tech USA made a video called Dear Nintendo Fanboys, You're Welcome for the Switch's Third-Party Support, which is funny because I made a video titled Why Nintendo Gamers Should Be Thanking Me for the Recent Third-Party Switch Announcements, and yet, what does that do? It puts Nintendo fanboys in DEFCON Level 1 damage control, making the claim that people who were critical of the Wii U, people who wanted better, people who asked for better, people who demanded better, not only were they part of the reason for Nintendo's change of fortunes, but they were labeled Nintendo haters. Imagine that. If you want better, if you ask for better, if you demand better, then you are a hater. But hey, if you say that Nintendo doesn't need third-party support, if you call Nintendo third parties Nintendo turd parties, if you say that third parties are scared of Nintendo, if you're one of those people that tell me that you don't need a Nintendo platform, a Nintendo console for third party, you can get another console for that, oh yeah, you're really helping the cause, guy. I mean, this is just absolute irony. We had a group of dick riders who damage controlled for a failure of a console for 4 long years. But these people that were critical of Nintendo, like me, like myself, people that wanted better, people that asked for better online, better third-party support, better games, pretty much better everything. Oh yeah, we affected no change whatsoever. And that's why I can never take you Nintendo fanboys seriously. If you're really a fan of something, why wouldn't you want it to be better? More importantly, how does wanting something to be better make you a hater? I mean, you have guys like Dr. Dumbass calling people haters because they were critical of Nintendo and the Wii U, one of the worst mainstream consoles in the history of gaming. Yeah, if you're critical of the trash known as the Wii U, you're a hater. And that's what's funny, because there is no such thing as a Wii U hater. And why? Because the Wii U was an absolute joke. Because the Wii U was nothing but trash. Then you have guys like Mizza T calling third parties turd parties and how Nintendo doesn't need them. And ironically, once Nintendo gets a couple of third parties, oh, imagine that. Look at the contradictions of the hypocrite. And then look at guys like Blandrew. Look at this clown stating, why do people like me want third-party support on Nintendo platforms when I can buy them on the PC? And yet, when Nintendo gets a couple scraps of third-party, what do? They start bragging about it. These are the people that didn't want any of these things because they wanted to make it a convenient crutch, a convenient excuse to damage control because they're apologists. Anything Nintendo did not have, they were going to make an excuse for. These are the people making excuses for not having third-party support. Things that I was asking for and wanted. But when it finally came in some sort of even small fashion, oh, here they were, acting like they were asking for it from the beginning. Which wasn't true, because I was the one asking for it from the beginning. But oh wait, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm a Nintendo hater, my bad. It's just astronomical hypocrisy. I told you guys, that Nintendo would not succeed again, that Nintendo could not succeed again with that man as president and CEO. And that's exactly why I stated I am boycotting all Nintendo consoles until that man was removed from president and CEO of Nintendo. You all called me a liar. You all called me a hater. You all said I didn't know what I was talking about. Hell, I even debated that clown Player Essence on that topic. And he had the gall to refer to that man as Phil Jackson. Ironically, now he might actually be correct, but he was referencing Phil Jackson on the Bulls and the Lakers. He's more like Phil Jackson on the Knicks. So, in an ironic twist, maybe Player Essence was kind of right. But tell me, clowns, what happened? Oh, that's right. As soon as that man was no longer the president and CEO of Nintendo, Nintendo's console market just soared through the heavens now, didn't it? Didn't it? Didn't it? I said it, I told you, and now I've proven to you that that man was the problem. That if you remove that man, that Nintendo will flourish. And once that man was removed, and that man was replaced, and that man was no longer president CEO, Nintendo's fortunes almost immediately changed. But no. You clowns keep calling me a hater, which is also funny because another guy named Shokyo was saying the same things that me and Review Tech USA were saying. That Nintendo needs better management. That man needs to be stepped down or removed. That Nintendo needs better third-party support. That Nintendo needs this. That Nintendo needs that. But what did you Nintendo fanboys label Shokyo? Oh, that's right. You called him a Nintendo hater. And this apologist spin, this hypocritical, contradicting damage control that all you fanboys do is beyond pathetic. The reason the Switch is doing better than the Wii U is because that man is no longer in charge. The reason the Switch is doing better than the Wii U is because Nintendo, after selling an abysmal Dreamcast level 13 million units, had no choice but to listen to the criticism and the feedback for the people that were not buying their machine, for the people that were not buying their console, for the people that were not supporting them financially and commercially. Look what Nintendo got listening to you damage controlling clowns. They got the Wii U. An absolute failure. A failure you clowns are somehow still in denial about. I said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want change, you vote with your wallet. If you want change, you ask for better. If you want change, you demand better. But then again, you could just damage control and make excuses for an entire generation and see where that gets you.